Welcome to the laughter. Come and take a seat. It's the Pissy Sue Show, where the funny sisters meet, sharing all our struggles, faith leading the way, crazy stories coming, gonna...
Hi, happy Sunday. Before we go anywhere today, let me just say this right up front. This is a solo show. Joanna, aka Sissy Poo, is not here today. She is on location. I mean, somewhere far enough away where she can't kick me under the table or give me what looks and says like Pissy Sue. Maybe reel it in a little. So today, no reins, no filter, just me, my thoughts, and whatever consequences comes later. Okay, so somebody needs to unplug the Wi-Fi. Not restart it, not refresh it, unplug it. Like pull it out of the wall and sit it in the corner. Because the level of noise, misinformation, half-truth, selective outrage, and psychological warfare masquerading as news is out of control. And yeah, fake news exists everywhere. But I'm done pretending it's evenly spread. Let me say something that upsets people on both sides. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. And it's not because I'm uninformed. It's because I'm informed enough to know they have agendas. If I know how you vote, if I know who you donate to, if I know what political machine you're connected to, then I believe there's an agenda behind what you choose to show me and what you choose to leave out. That doesn't mean every word is a lie, but it does mean the truth is being filtered. I actually get angry when the TV's on in the morning and the news is playing, like physically irritated, because I hear the tone, I hear the phrasing, I hear the leading language, and I think, you're not informing people. You're steering them. Fear here, outrage there, just enough truth to make the lie believable. And I can't do it. Here's where I'm honest about my struggle. I stand on the Bible, I stand on what God says, but I'm human. And it's hard not to go down the rabbit hole when someone keeps bringing receipts. Because receipts change things. Receipts move conversations from emotion to evidence. And that's why Candace Owens has people so uncomfortable right now. Now, everything I'm about to say is based on what Candace Owens has publicly claimed and presented, and this is my interpretation on it. Candace isn't just talking. She's showing documents, timelines, internal communications, and inconsistencies. She's asking questions about Turning Point USA, about money, about power, about who knew what and when. And instead of answers, she's getting attacked. That tells me something. Because if someone's wrong, you don't silence them. You disprove them. Let's talk carefully here. I'm not accusing Erica Kirk of crimes, but based on what Candace has suggested, it is reasonable, in my opinion, to ask questions about proximity, knowledge, and involvement. Who was present? Who was aware? And who stayed silent? Those aren't accusations. Those are accountability questions. And in situations involving power and influence, silence is not neutral. So I'm not going to say something that feels uncomfortable, but I'm not stating it as fact. To me, it feels like Charlie Kirk's life has been curated, produced, and managed like a movie, a narrative, a role, a carefully protected image. That doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. That doesn't mean he's evil. It means I'm questioning the machinery around him. And when machines exist, people inside them are protected. And so I don't know that Charlie Kirk knew his life was curated. I don't know if people curated his life and he was like in the Truman Show. There's just so many unanswered questions that Candace Owens has brought to light. And although I'm not 100% in, swimming in the Candace Owens waters, there's a lot of questions. And I am awaiting the answers. I'm very curious to hear what the answers are. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Some people hate her because she is kind of calling out Charlie's widow. But she's brought some really damaging receipts where Erica Kirk's timelines don't match up. Her stories don't match up pre-Charlie, how they met. It's just odd. Then the other thing in the news right now is Don Lemon and leading those people into the church. Everything I'm saying here is my opinion based on reporting, video, and public discussion. I believe that if it's true, what happened involving a mob being led into a church crosses a line morally and legally. Churches are sacred spaces. They are not political props. They are not stages for intimidation. If everyday citizens did what was alleged, I believe they'd be arrested. And in my opinion, media figures should not be above the law. Let me be very clear. I'm not a judge, I'm not a jury, and I'm not declaring guilt. But in my opinion, if the allegations are proven true, then yes, Don Lemon should face legal consequences. Not because I dislike him, because laws don't stop applying when they're famous. What scares me most isn't one person, it's mob mentality. The media knows how to whip it up, they know how to point it, they know how to release it. And then when things go too far, they step back and say, oh, we were just reporting. No, you were directing. I saw it, it was evident. The Bible warns us about false witnesses, about deception, about wolves in sheep's clothing. That's why this matters to me, because truth isn't optional and lies, repeated long enough, become systems. So yeah, I don't trust the news. I don't trust the media. I don't trust journalism. All the AI that is out there, it's crazy. Even, all the senior citizen fraud, how they call them up with all these scams. So the media lies and the manipulation, the fake narratives, the more I realize something darker is happening. People are just becoming bad. And not becoming bad, there is always bad. I think right now we have to separate between the good and the evil. And a lot of people that I thought were evil are now coming to the good side. God is calling his people home and he's opening people's eyes, but there's still, the devil's got control of this world and it's bad and the confusion. And I don't mean confused. I don't mean misguided. I mean comfortable with lying. People are comfortable with deceiving. They're comfortable with taking advantage of people they know are vulnerable. The media being the biggest one, but then there's, I don't know, when one science becomes normal at the top, it always trickles down. When you grow up trusting the news and trusting institutions and trusting experts, and then you realize that you've been lied to for years, something just breaks. And now everyone responds by seeking truth. So some people respond by saying, well, if they can lie, so can I. That's how you end up with a society that's scamming, is just another hustle. And let's talk about who's paying the price for this. Senior citizens. People who grew up believing a phone call meant something, that a letter in the mail was official, and a person on TV was trustworthy. They didn't grow up with spam filters and scams, warning, and burner emails. They grew up with trust. And predators know that. Identity theft right now is out of control. Out of control. Social security numbers, Medicare numbers, bank accounts, credit cards, and the worst part, a lot of senior citizens don't even realize it's happened until months or years later because they're not checking credit card reports every week. They're not glued to apps. They're living their lives. And someone else is living off their name. Let me walk through some of the most common scams because people really need to hear this. The government call, okay? Someone calls claiming to be Social Security, the IRS, or Medicare. They say, benefits are being suspended. They create panic. They demand immediate action. Real agencies don't do that, but fear shuts down logic. The grandchild scam. This one makes me angry because someone calls pretending to be a grandchild in trouble, and with AI, you can sound exactly like that child. They're crying, they're panicking, they're begging for money. They know that grandparents will act before thinking. This is evil. Evil. Another one is fake tech support. A pop-up appears saying the computer is infected, a number to call. Someone with a calm voice walks them through fixing it. What they're really doing is they're stealing access to your computer. They're stealing any accounts you have saved on your computer, credit card numbers, social security, anything you have saved now they have access to. Another big one is the romance scams. Lonely seniors, widowed, divorced. Someone shows interest, they build trust, then slowly ask for help. They ask for money, gift card, wire transfers. And by the time the truth comes out, everything's gone. And I've even seen where everything's gone and the the senior citizen still wants that connection with them. They still want to talk. They still won't believe. And it's hard as a person that knows this is a love scam to convince their father or their mother or their grandparent, this is not real. This is probably some big dude in Nigeria, with a scam. It's really, really hard on the elderly, and it's scary, and it makes me sad. Let me say this clearly. People who fall for scams, they're not stupid. They are trusting, they are lonely, they are overwhelmed, and they are scared. And scammers exploit emotion, not intelligence. That's what makes it so disgusting. I mean, when I was growing up, I believed if a product said that this will make you lose weight, I believed it. I thought you couldn't lie on a commercial. I thought you couldn't lie about what your product did. I thought you couldn't buy some, crazy witchcraft product. That if it said that this is a diet food, it is. That it said if this is going to make your hair grow back, it will. If it says, this will stop crazy menopause, then it's going to do these things. It's a lie. Every product is a lie. It's just flawed. So this is what's so disgusting about it is, what are you going to do? It's built so much mistrust, but that generation that was built on trust, we did not know the way Walter Cronkite was voting. He just reported the news. It was a matter of fact. It wasn't skewed as far as we knew. So when I was growing up, second or third grade was when the Iran hostage crisis was in Iran. And I remember learning the word propaganda. And they talked about propaganda and how Iran taught their kids in school and all this stuff about the United States and how evil we were and how capitalism is evil, death to Americans. And we were taught that Russia and Iran were like the two number one propaganda sources to their community. And now, as we've gotten older, I realize, oh my gosh, America is full of BS. BS. I should have learned propaganda was the United States. We've been fed a lot of misinformation, and you can say conspiracy theory, which 15, 20 years ago, a lot of conspiracy theories I thought they were interesting. I would, read up on them, and I maybe had my toes in the, shallow end with it. 10 years later, all that stuff, those are facts. That's reality. These conspiracy theories have now proven to be true. The whole Illuminati thing, they're blatant about it now. They don't even pretend. They don't hide behind anything. It's a fact, Beyonce publicly admits she invokes a demon into her body before she performs Sasha Fierce because she can't do those performances as Beyonce. And so all these rituals and demonic rituals and all this was real. This was real when 10 to 15 years ago, it was a big conspiracy theory. Everybody thought you're crazy. You don't want to hear it. And again, I didn't full-heartedly believe it, but I did find it interesting. Here's the connection people don't want to talk about. When institutions lie, when media manipulates, and when truth becomes optional, you create a culture where deception feels justified. Scammers didn't appear out of nowhere. They learned from watching the world. The Bible talks about this, about hearts growing cold, about truth being twisted, about people calling evil good and good evil. We're watching it happen in real time, and when society loses its moral compass, the weakest pay the price. So here's what I tell people. Talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents, tell them no legitimate agency asks for gift cards, none, and tell them to hang up. Tell them it's okay to double check. Shame keeps people silent, education protects them. So the other day I wasn't at the office, and one of my staff calls me and they're like, hey, the utility company just called and they're on their way to shut off the electricity. I think you may have forgotten to pay the electric bill at the office. And the funny thing is 3 years ago at my other office, I had this scam happen to me as well. And again, because I don't trust anyone, I said, okay, no worries, but I'm going to hang up and call you back, and then I'll pay the balance due. And the guy got angry with me in some foreign accent and started, cussing me out. At that time, I knew for sure, but I hung up. I called SMUD, and they said, no, in fact, you have a credit on your account. So I thought, okay, cool. So I know the scam. And then secondly, this other office that I have, I rent the office space and the landlord pays all the utilities. So, I told my assistant, don't trip, don't worry. They're not coming for us. This is a scam. And I do forget to pay bills sometimes, but this one I did not. So, yeah, I'm really angry about all this, and I think we all should be, because a society that shrugs at seniors being robbed has lost something sacred. This isn't politics. This is morality again, Lies don't just misinform, they corrupt. And when corruption becomes normal, scams flourish. So we need to stand on truth. We need to stand on faith. We need to protect the vulnerable. Don't fall for the lies, and don't let the liars win. My parents, they were in some kind of a situation. I'm not sure exactly what the situation was. I know that my dad got a check that was fraudulent and he went to cash it. The bank said it was fraudulent, froze everything. And my mom has a separate account, but because she was the beneficiary on my dad's account, they shut her account down now too. And I've just been through this. I have two of my businesses through B of A for a million years, and all of a sudden I have so much fraud. I have had to freeze those accounts. I mean, they're sending checks. They're just making checks off of my checks. And this is the thing that I don't understand. And I asked the bank, because they're like, have you given anybody your account number lately? Yeah, crazy lady. Everyone that I write a check to, because my account number is at the bottom of my check. So you would think that the bank, with all the fraud going on, that they would encrypt the account number at the bottom so only the bank could read that and not, scammers. I don't know. You'd think there'd be a way. But I'm constantly having to change accounts. It's a pain because, you have all these people set up on automatic payment and things you don't worry about. Then you have to go back in and find out, who do I have on automatic payment? What are the account numbers? What are these? And I'm too old for this crap. And I'm going through it with the fraud, and, my parents are going through it with the fraud. And it's just something that we really need to be aware and trust no one, which is very sad, but trust no one. Again, don't fall for the lies, and don't let these liars win. I'm out. See you next Sunday. Have a blessed, blessed day. Hi guys, I am here today with a very special guest. Her name is Ava Faganello, and she is the proud owner of Ava Arts Co. Sorry, I screwed that one up. And she is an entrepreneur, she's an artiste, and she's 12 years old. And hello, Ava, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I am good, thank you. So I've seen some of your art, and it's pretty amazing. You do caricatures of people, and you do pets, cartoon characters, pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all by hand. When did you first realize that you were an artist?
So it kind of started when we went out camping, but way before that, I've always been kind of into art. Me and my sister would draw and color together. I just kind of kept with it. I would practice every day. I would draw little doodles, like of candles and stuff, like random little things on my homework.
And one day you looked down and went, dang, I'm good.
Everyone would always say, that I was good and I was way better than them at drawing, and I never really believed it. because I thought it was horrible.
Because you're your own worst critic, probably. We did go camping a couple years ago, and we did, we painted each other, which was really fun. It was really cute. My art sucks. My art level was about the same as yours was 2 years ago, which was cute and whatever. I've noticed that your art has elevated so much in the last 2 years. I'm in shock at how good it is. So the cool thing about this is when you go to Disneyland or you go to the fairs and you're like, oh, I want a cartoon caricature of myself. You have to sit and pose for like an hour. So everyone's still having fun at your fair, except you have to sit there. And the cool thing about this is they can just email you their pictures, right? Mm-hmm. And then you email them back. And your fees starting out at what, $20, did you say, a photo?
Yeah, around 20. And to add a person would be $5 per person. For pets, still 20.
And the turnaround is what, like about a week or so?
Yeah, about a week, because I do have a life. I still go to school. I still go out with my parents. I go shopping.
So how can they reach you? You have a TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm. It's Big Mouth, Big Heart. The cover is I Heart J. You can text me on TikTok, and I will respond to you. We could work something out about a memorial for a pet, or just like a drawing. I could make you as a character. That's about it.
Sounds awesome. So she did one of me. I want to show the comparison. I was at her house last weekend and we just screw around and do paintings just to kill time. She's good at it. We just do it for fun because we're not that good. Unbeknownst to me, she took a picture of me and then she made AI create the picture, which is funny. And then she drew it. So we're going to show you the AI, show the AI version.
So at the time, I didn't know how bad AI was for the planet, but...
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. She did this in like no time. She just sketched this out and then painted it. So this is, I'm going to put it to my camera. You put the AI one to that camera.
Oh no, I lost it.
So this is what she did. And literally it took her, I don't know, I think we did it for an hour maybe, or maybe an hour and a half. So... it's pretty amazing. That's just a small example of what she can do. It's pretty great. So it is Ava Arts Co. is the name of her company. And right now she's only on TikTok, or you can email her a picture at avaartsco@gmail.com, right? Your TikTok was again?
Big Mouth, Big Heart.
Big Mouth, Big Heart on TikTok. And you'll see some of her drawings and sketches there as well. So, I would say this is a great thing. It makes for great gifts. I love the pet memorial thing that you do because everyone misses their animal that's gone over the Rainbow Bridge, as they say. So, all right. I like that. Anything else? Okay. And we'll check back in a couple weeks with Ava. We'll see how we've progressed and how it's been going. But check her out. Hit her up. Great for gift ideas, birthday ideas, or just if you want to caricature yourself like everybody does when they walk down Disneyland or they go to the fair. So, all right. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for coming on, Ava.
Welcome to the laughter. Come and take a seat. It's the Pissy Sue Show, where the funny sisters meet, sharing all our struggles.